A little bit of a weird time. Picked up a new job, so started this week. So streaming outside a little bit outside of my usual times. Why was that open? But I didn't want to miss a stream this week, so we're having some fun later in the day. Oh, look at that army we've amassed. Hard to believe I'm going to absolutely get ruined by most. You can't just call people flesh creatures. That's rude. Oh yeah, let me also. Oh, hey, Vice. Thank you for the heart. Not much. You finish up streaming on your end? I appreciate it anyway. Always nice to see you. Also, please take a rest, sir. You have streamed so much in the past few days. I don't know when you're sleeping. And there's the corn. I knew it was only a matter of. Good lord. Thank you, Vice. You're a beast. I do always love the way this game describes Yoon and Ashera, though. It's super fun with they're just like, yeah, no, they're not gods. They're basically just concepts with human minds. Yeah, Radiant Dawn's so good. This mod for it, Radiant Dawn Plus, has been so fun so far. Oh, all good. The mod I'm playing for it, Radiant Dawn Plus, is so fun for it. But base Radiant Dawn is already real good. Allegedly, I might be playing on an emulator to make this mod work. I can neither confirm nor deny that, as Nintendo scares me. Oh, Sanaki, you are going to nuke Ashera. It's going to be great. Yeah, it's such a fun game. Yeah, so that would not have gone well for you. Ike would one round you. As a sign of forgiveness, Yoon gives Ike one of the best power-ups. Well, I have good news if you're not a fan of Fiona and Meg. They did not make it this far. Mostly just because they start out kind of underpowered in the base game. This mod helped them a lot. I'm just bad. Still mad at how I lost Fiona. I lost her to my own carelessness twice. Oh, Ike, you beautiful monster. 17 resistance is so nice. We will get rid of Blossom because we don't need that anymore on him. Alright, now we divvy up the army, and this is always the hardest part of the game. Because I gotta pick who I want where. We'll swap you for Mordecai. And Ileana, I think. Yeah, you've got good fire tomes and lightning tomes. You can go on here. Yeah, this mod actually changes that. The Black Knight has the skill that makes him immune to the hammer, so it's an actual fight this time. It's pretty fun. I'm excited to get to it. Any other changes I really want to do? Liar would be nice to level up, but I think putting her on this path will get to the best odds for that anyway. Stephanie and Braum are great. I think I'm actually pretty happy with these teams. Also, this might be the first time Jill's ever had higher strength than Har for me. You'll love to see it. You have had the right, yes. This side doesn't have any treasure chests on their path. Howdy. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Very kind of you, Chris. Can Guitar. I'm always going to butcher pronouncing names, because I'll be like, I'll try and read it as one word, and then my brain will be like, oh no, there's a couple in there. We're going to get to enjoy some of the late game Radiant Dawn Plus, and I'm terrified. Oh, thank you for the follow, Colin. Very kind. Fortunately for you, but unfortunate for my power leveling. Having more than one dancer is so broken. Still wild to me that Micaiah and Soth looked at the Laguz Royals and picked Naysala and Skrymir. Those were their first picks. Yeah, you're a beast. I just noticed that the likes have gone just skyrocketing up. Yeah, Radiant Dawn's real fun. Not my personal pick for best in the series. I really like Path of Radiance, but Radiant Dawn's definitely up there. You are a beast. The absolute legend. I do kind of wish the game didn't outright reveal it until you get to the tower, because I think it'd be a fun twist there, but I also fully understand why. Sacred Stones was a lot of fun. I'll have to find a way to play that on stream some point soon.
Ashura, the goddess of order, has awakened. Her righteous fury has turned nearly all of the warring soldiers to stone. Yune, the goddess of chaos, has also awakened. Freed from Liran's medallion, she counsels Ike and his companions to split into 3 groups and make for the Tower of Guidance. Micaiah is joined by her constant companion, Soth. General Scrimir also accompanies her, along with Nasala and Princess Leanne. Apostle Sanaki rounds out the
goat,
traveling with her chief bodyguard, Sigrun, and others. Micaiah's company decides on a southern route and sets out for Benyon. Save for the sounds of the local wildlife, their path is eerily silent and empty. It's as though they have stepped into a vast and desolate monument to the war.
I've been tinkering around with the Yune randomizer. It's a lot of fun. My only issue with Sacred Stones is if I'm playing the base game like I have been for most of the others, even on the hardest difficulty, it's still pretty easy. So I'd have a hard time doing like a challenge for it outside of the Iron Man stuff. I could do a randomizer of some variety, but also those get a little wonky, but I'll figure it out at some point. We get to watch this game kick me in the teeth first. Unfortunately, a lot of my randomizers end up with Seth being a magic unit of some variety, which would be awesome if I didn't tend to do like the level matching for weapon equipment. So he usually winds up with a staff that has staff that has like 6 uses, because it's, or 6 to 8, because I think it's fortify most commonly, and then a very high might tome that absolutely embodies anything in his way. But if I use Seth for Seth purposes, he runs out of it so quick. I'm on, I think, 4 attempts of randomizing it where Seth is just some variety of mage or dark mage. Oh, that's so brutal. Seth with flying mobility is nuts. You know, Scrimir, normally I would say this is not your fight, but this Nasal is not level 30 yet. Alright, what do we got? Yeah, Radiant Dawn's so fun. I didn't change up the armies too much. I made sure I have pretty much all of my flyers in this army specifically because of the desert map. So I got tier 3 Jill, Har, the Pegasus Knights. I didn't bring the birds over just because I think they're not great even when you can. I usually send them with Savarin's army so they can back him up. I think that's really the only major change I did. A lot of the core armies are pretty similar to the base ones. Ike has the majority of the Grail mercenaries, and I think I gave him Mordecai and someone. Yeah, Tabar doesn't need the help, but if I were like, there's 3 ranged guys and I don't want to have Tabar waste 2 turns killing them all, I can have the bird buddies do it. Yeah, the desert just takes so long if you don't have a bunch of flyers. Har can usually do most of it alone, with Naysala picking off the things that scare him like Thunder Mages. But I'm scared to see what this mod's done to him. Micaiah asking why she's getting free stuff during the apocalypse. Never change, Mickey. Yeah. Part 4 is really... Oh, they don't even give us the name? I actually really like the... Heron language? I can't remember what the actual name of it is. Yeah, if you're trying to grab all the hidden treasures and the hidden character, because, you know, Stefan can never just be normal. Yeah, the... Golly, yeah, that's right. The Tellius games are so good. They're my favorite in the franchise. And another Satori sign that we will maybe use 2 of. Keyword maybe. Oh yeah, I just like having as many characters as possible. I think he usually does 1 fight on his join map, and that's about it. We can start bumping up these guys quite a bit. Let's get you your 1 level, see what you get. Yeah, the Vague Kakati is still so good. How much does it cost to get you guys promoted? Not a lot. Might as well. Because I adore Sigrun and Tanith, even though they're barely characters in this game. Yeah, Stefan, Bastion, and kind of Volk are the emergency buttons for if you're like, alright, I have no tier 3s and all of my best units have perished. I need someone who can deal damage. And they are pretty good at that. But also, I think they're unfortunately just worse than bringing... who else do you get during that time? You get... King Kainagus, who is a monster. He's a little rough to use when they start throwing the fire spirits at you, but that's about it. And then... Renning's okay. He's a gold knight. He's average at what he does. If you've raised your gold knights, he won't be great, but... Yes, this is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. This is also a mod for it called Radiant Dawn Plus. Yeah, the Laguz Royals kind of are cheat codes. Shame the dragons don't get the same treatment. Alright. You get more strength for me, buddy. Alright, that's a little bit more. That's good. 25 strength's not terrible for Leonardo at this point in the game. We'll get you to 10. Yeah, if Ina came in during the Part 4 chapter she's technically there for as a playable unit, she could be great. Shame she doesn't come in until Part 4 Endgame Part 1. where she is incredibly mid. A bonus experience only. That would be interesting. I feel like a lot of your units would be either really well-rounded or shockingly awful. I don't particularly like Wildheart. I think it's kind of awful. You have gear, right? Okay. We could give it to Nelushi just to give him something to do. Because 9 times out of 10, Nelushi is not a character for me in this point in the game. Any battle XP turning into... Cancel is not super viable on you. Any battle XP turning into bonus XP would be interesting. Who do I want to give cancel to? Edward probably would be the one to benefit most from it on this map, just so that he can do moderately good damage and not have to worry about counters. Yeah. Ooh, Tomahawk's pretty nice. I think that's kind of the only thing I care about here. Nullify is nice, but I have one currently on Marcia, so I can swap that around if I want to use somebody else. I don't think I pretty well equipped on this army, so we'll send up the convoy. Oh, was there an energy drop? Did I just miss that entirely? Yes, I did. I saw that as an Oliviras. Might as well. Not hard to capture units out in this game, but every little bit helps. We can sell these because I'm never going to use them. Worm Slayer's nice for this point. Those are basically unusable at this point. That's mostly broken anyway. Oh, who was the... Oh, that's right. You had the other Tomahawk. I was like, who had a Tomahawk? And I'm completely forgetting about the one that they give you partway through the game. You can grab that. That's... not... Or Rex Thunder, that's the one. I look away for a little bit, and y'all are already at 20k. Y'all are beasts. I don't think I particularly have anything I care to sell. Maybe these cards. At least the weak ones, yeah. 5 might is not great. Yeah, if I need them, I have 2 demon cards. We'll grab you a Vulnerary and a Grass, and you are good. You can have that spare Steel Knife that I don't remember when I got. You can put that in the convoy. Who do I think needs more health or strength? Who's actually close to the strength cap? You're not far, but I think you might be 1 point away. And you will definitely get that by the time you're level 20. We can kit you out, because you might see some use on this. I can just take 2 herbs. I have pretty good healers on this army, honestly. You're good. You're good. Alright, I think we are ready to go get my face punched in. You're looking for a fun new way to play Radiant Dawn, by the way? Radiant Dawn Plus, highly recommend. Alright, let's see how brutal this is going to be. This is fairly standard so far. Just an ungodly amount of bright yellow guys. Sigrun, I know you're trying to help. Don't. Tsunaki's got this. Skrimir never change. Alright, what are we looking at? Oh, there's 3 bosses. Oh, these are Act 1 bosses. Ooh, Steelable Master Crown. And a Steelable Pass? Don't mind if I do. Brave Sword that has been modified by Shura's influence, more powerful but quicker to degrade. So a stronger might, lower durability Brave Sword? That's pretty neat. Recover Physic, Tempest Blade, Short Axe. These are the you can't solo the map with Naesala because we have bows. Fairly. Ooh, Silver Blade. That's new. But fairly standard with some buffed up units. I'm liking this. I think they've also buffed the stats maybe a little bit so they're more durable. Or at least more well-rounded. Because I feel like a lot of these enemies are decent looking, and I can't remember if they're like this in the best game, or the base game. Alright. Leth, you're coming out for Laura. Neolucci, you're coming out for Aaron. And Danved, you can stay on the bench. Because you are a very uncomfortable character. Listen, there may be some Tsunaki haters out there. I'm a Tsunaki defender. Yeah. Meteor Siege Tome, or if I think I might still have a bolting on Ileana, that's probably going to her. She becomes a sniper. Alright, I think we're good with this. Why couldn't you promote before this fight so you can actually get level ups that matter? Because he's capped everything I care about. Har, Skrimir, and Naesala could probably just walk through this map if I wasn't also trying to raise a couple of characters. Man, it's a shame we don't have Fiona for this. I'm sure she'd like to get some revenge on Laverton. And I think Burton was the prison warden, if I remember right. Yeah, Skrimir is so good, he can almost fight entirely untransformed during this fight. How do I want to start this? 16. Getting your weapon rank up is good. That leaves you with 24. Can you do that? Yes. Alright. And then Soth can poke into this guy. Soth actually does good damage to him. Nice. And then Edward. Yeah, they give great experience. This is... Honestly, the 6 maps leading into Part 4 Endgame are so good for leveling up units that you haven't been taking good care of. Yeah, strength cap. Very nice. It is so nice. Just hold on to the hand axe for now. Support conversations for this game please change in any potential future remaster. See, you can just destroy him with Cymbeline if I wanted. Oh, they reduced Cymbeline's weight. She's no longer weighed down, but that's incredible. I love that for her. You're probably better suited going up. But I really want Marcia to get this one. What does Marcia need to get this one? 12. Actually, you two might be... One of you two might be able to... Yeah, that's such a good change. Her personal tome actually being worth using. It's fine in the base game, but the fact that there are no Beast Lagoos and it's a fire tome on her entire path, it's not great. Oh, they give her the share, by the way. Very kind of you. Alright, that gives you some good experience. We can do some pokies. Yeah, if there's an enemy on this map Har doesn't kill, something has gone wrong. Other than the bosses. I could see them being buffed enough that he can't one-round them. Let's just double check and make sure we're out of range of the bows with my squishy flyers, because Har doesn't care. Hey, welcome back. Glad to see more people who've popped in the stream before. Yeah, Har is one of the few units that I will occasionally put bronze weapons on, just because there's a chance he won't destroy anyone. Shift. Vigor. This one is modded with Radiant Dawn Plus. Kind of a... I'd say like a general overhaul more than a balance mod. As from my understanding, the creator prefers not to call it a balance mod, but it makes a lot of the units more viable into endgame and then adds a, in my opinion, more interesting difficulty curve. There's a couple Radiant Dawn mods, yeah. This one I think is so far my favorite. It's just really excellent across the board. Like one actual change, Cymbeline is no longer just awful for Sanaki. It's weight 1. She doesn't get weighed down by it. Yeah. My lives are also going to be a little more weird because I picked up a new job, so my hours in general are going to be a little all over the place. I'm going to stream when I can. It's probably going to be less consistently on Wednesdays now. If you're looking for a good place for pretty much any Fire Emblem mods, though, Game Banana has a ton of really good ones. It's where I found this one. It's where I got Thebes overwritten for when I played Awakening at the start of my streaming. It's got a bunch of Fates ones that I've been poking through that I'm trying to learn. Yeah, have fun. A lot of them are real good. They're also, surprisingly, most of them are pretty easy to put in, which I was appreciative for because I am bad with technology. We got a Jill level up. This might be the highest strength I've ever had a Jill with, because my Jills usually get awful strength growth until like late tier 2 into tier 3. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more morning work, so I'll actually have time to stream later in the day in my area. Ooh, Pegasus Knights and the Cavaliers, which look about the same. Yeah, Har is just a monster. I love him. How do I want to proceed? We'll let Skrimir punch this guy. Because he deserves good things. 54 experience from that. That was beautiful. Actually, we can let Micaiah take this guy. Because I'm 90... Oh, not quite enough. Unfortunate. You can weaken him for her, though. Because Soth doesn't need much for this. Yeah, Radiant Dawn's a lot of fun. This mod's also been an absolute blast to play through. We get a Mickey level up. She got speed, I'll take it. Yeah, the fact that he doesn't is real brutal on him. Could take it with Lasagna, but I think I'll go with Lasagna 2.0 to... Never mind. Leonardo has decided he wants to be the best, which is a first for him. I respect it. But stop it. Take out the crossbow, because he scares me. Yeah, I think, really, him and Ike should promote at the same point, if we're being entirely honest, because the fact that he starts as a tier 2 and promotes after Ike, when he gets an entire part where it's pretty much just him as your best unit, is frustrating. Laura can come in. Yeah, my one fear for crossbows is I always forget about them until they shoot at Micaiah. And then they just body her, or one of my flyers, but my flyers have got this side locked down for now, so. Bow guys. We'll let you take this one out with an Arc Thunder, just to start building Thunder Rage. Yeah, Micaiah's speed is a problem. Ooh, that's a... Oh, that's only a 15 damage crit if he crits with a 10%. And then we can let Marcia go again. I could have positioned that to let Sanaki go again, but I don't really have a plan for what I'd want her to do, so it's fine. I love the fact that Marcia and Adept pair so well together. Makes my favorite Peg Knight so much better. Ooh, Strength and Luck. Not quite at Strength cap yet. But we can do one of these. Okay, yeah. I wanted to make sure, just in case, that he wouldn't be in danger. So we will just push Sanaki back and let them choose how they perish. Alright, archers are coming in on that side. The fact that they took bow weakness away from dragons in this game is still nutty to me. Oh, that's a good horror level up. Yeah, which do you want to get hit by? Naysala 2 to 4 times, or Har once to twice? That's really the question here. Because Naysala, in my experience, procs, what is it? Shriek? Not Shriek. Is it Tear? That's the Raven one? His tier 3 skill, essentially. Alright, got more paladins. Killing Edge, Steel Sword, Steel Sword. Nothing spooky. Can you? Yes. I think I'll actually use her to chip in. And then Marcia to finish. And we're not going to go from range, even though Marcia has Nullify, so I don't get in the habit of doing it. Because it's a very high chance Marcia's not going to have Nullify next chapter. Alright, let's just take these archers out this turn. Sure, I'm putting an axe in Har's hand with a bunch of sword guys behind him, but he's also Har. Yeah, Lucci, you will be my frontliner here. Tanith can go here. And we will move you out of the range. Yeah, we'll give him a nice back massage with those swords. Just in case, have you there. Because Tanith and Sigrun are good for this point in the game, but even in tier 3, they're kind of on par with most of your better tier 2 units. All right, let's see something funny. Just a casual 65 damage. Crossbows are so good. All right. Tanith is down, sitting next to Naysala for right now. HP and luck, that's good. Yeah. I got her right here to make use of Daunt. Yeah, because... Oh, you also have Nullify. I have 2 Nullify scrolls I can shuffle around. That's pretty nice. I did not realize that. Yeah, she falls into the category of units that I have trouble sometimes telling if they're done or not, like Aaron and Soren, because their base color is very similar to the unit has done or has finished their turn color. The base game is on a Nintendo Wii. Allegedly, you may be able to find a version of it for a program called Dolphin. That could run it pretty well, and if you're looking to play the mod Radiant Dawn Plus that I'm playing, it does it pretty well indeed. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to still have my Wii copy. I don't want to have to think about if I had to pay to replace it, because, good lord, the price for it is absurd because Nintendo didn't print enough copies of it. Yeah, that sounds about right, unfortunately. I had to replace one of my copies back when it was still in like the 120 range, and that would still hurt. But I refused to not have my favorite Fire Emblem game, so I was willing to shell that out. Didn't feel good, but I did it. Har. Double back-to-back great level ups from Har. Let's hear it for the GOAT. Mildly nerfed in this one, still carrying the team. I find it funny that they prefer to die by Har than go for Naysala. Oh, he survived. That was spooky. Mages. What do we got? Elf Thunder, Elf Fire, Elf Wind. Alright. So you need to die, because I want to make use of Jill this turn. Oh, Skillish only had 1 use, didn't it? Damn my own. Damn me not paying attention to the thing I made. Alright. We can still mop this up pretty safely. Punch a hole through their ranks. Oof. Can't quite double the archer, unfortunately. I also want you to not be here. Oh, thanks for popping in. Yeah, the weapon names have not been kind to Soth in particular. Man got gifted skill issue when we got to either late in part 1 or in part 2. when he really falls off. Alright. That's good. Now we have a little bit to worry about with the Fire Mage, but that's pretty much just Skirmir who has to be concerned. But I can do this and have him be entirely safe. Now the reckless part of my brain would like Micaiah to take one of these guys out. The smart part of my brain is remembering that there's another guy right here. We will heal up Aaron. And Micaiah. You just top Skirmir off. We're not hurting for physics. And I still have a hammer in the convoy. You are a monster. I thank you so much for the 1.5. Jesus. How does your thumb not hurt? Alright, thanks so much. Hope you have a good night. Wait. Okay. Wrath and Blossom is a good combo, though. Oh yeah, I never checked to see how... if Arcbolt can attack from 3. It can. Beautiful. I also was very concerned when Sanaki wasn't gaining experience, and I thought I might have been misremembering. No, it's just because she's got Blossom. So she's going to be a monster. $15 experience to kill is a little rough, but worth it for how good she can end up being. Alright. Now, I don't want to pull you guys this turn, but I can poke you next turn. Is it worth... yeah, let's have Sigrun heal up this turn, just to be on the safe side. And we'll have Har heal up, just because it's funny. Oh, Aaron hasn't gone yet. So we will trade your crossbow on. And then probably just wait to avoid taking excess damage. You know, I respect it. Oh, thank you for following the live. Or following me, thank you. I just read the word for word. Mballer 2233, very kind of you. He might actually hit. Yeah, he hit Soth. But Soth hurts him back. Hey, welcome back. Ooh, he is on the move. Which one were you? Because I might want to stall to have Soth steal something from you. You are the Master Crown. Okay, we don't even need to stall. We're not in his range yet. Yeah, if these were ambush spawns, this map might be impossible. Because I want to say even in the base game, there's like a 6 or 7 person spawn late in the map that just spawn right behind the boss. I think right when you're getting around here. And then there's just a pack of paladins that spawn right behind him. It's brutal, even in the base game. 1224. Alright, your range is the same as the boss, so we're not particularly worried. Edward gets a level up, and then we should be able to get Laura one as well. Double luck level up. That's nice. Yeah, the desert map is one I'm not looking forward to. And for you two, we can just take one out with Jill and the other one out with Soth. Yeah, I don't think anyone else is going to be able to get over there. But we can set ourselves up, counter any reinforcements, because we'll have a nice squad up here. I don't need to worry about healing this turn, because Soph isn't in anyone's range. Yeah, Stefan is very much, if you've lost Edward, Zehark, and Mia, here's an okay-ish replacement. Yeah, we'll just let Sanaki kind of go wild over here. Yeah, this mod, by the way, gave her one of my favorite buffs so far, which is making her personal tome not weigh her down by 13 speed. It transferred it from, I believe, a 14 or 15 base weight to 1, which is so much nicer. I'm of the opinion that all 3 of the Swordmasters function, well, 4 of the Swordmasters, sorry, function very similarly in the tower if you put the time into them, where they are really good, they get a Londite, and they're really, really good, and then you start fighting enemies that anyone can one-shot, and they just kind of become another unit in the army. Because they are excellent at dealing with the plethora of mages, and if you give them like a Worm Slayer, they are real good on, or an Unbreakable Worm Slayer, I should say. They are really good on the dragon map. You could also give them a Londite if you want them doing range counters. Yeah, getting Gatry up to S rank, or double S rank, I should say, is a feat, but it is so funny. My personal favorite was the one time I got Meg all the way to the tower and gave her a Londite in the end game. The worst part was she still wasn't one-rounding enemies. The Pink Knight. Significantly more terrifying because, you know, sure, anyone can walk up in black armor and look awesome. Someone walking up in pink armor? That's how you know they mean business. Yeah, Rex Bolt Ileana tears through the dragon map. It's great. I might be able to get her that with training on the Laguz map, but she might be too low level at this point for it to really be a factor. I feel bad. I like Ileana a lot. She's just more often than not the mage who kind of gets sidelined on my playthroughs. Alright, we got some paladins, but that's not too scary, honestly. Yeah. I do kind of wish she was worth getting past tier 2 more often, because I think her being your mage payoff would be awesome. But she's just kind of good when you get her to tier 3. She's not considerably better than any of your other mages. Yeah. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, her and Har, I think, are tied for the most availability of any unit in the game. You know, Laura, I was kind of going to feed that to Micaiah, but I'm not mad. That, by the way, she's only tier 2. Laura's just cracked. 36. You should be able to weaken him enough. Yeah. Yeah, this mod decided that if you're putting in the work to level up the only unpromoted staff wielder, you're getting a demigod out of it. Yeah, I know Jill is pretty high up there just because you can swap her into Ike's army to pick up a couple of extra chapters. That is not what I meant to do. All right, let's just take 2 of these guys out real quick. Magic and skill, not terrible, but not great. Alright. Pulling out all the stops, firing lasagna number 1. Alright, he can't get to Micaiah, which is good. I'm a little concerned that he can get to South, but I have made my bed and will lie in it. Yeah, getting almost anyone to tier 2 before the end of part 1 is such a chore, but it feels so rewarding to do. Because good lord, are they so much better into part 3 for it. He's not great. He might be better when he promotes, but right now he's still just kind of South. Good in part 1, pretty good in part 2, or sorry, at the beginning of part 3, and now that he's capped all of his stats and is still kind of on par with most of your tier 2s when you're getting to tier 3s, he's fine. We'll see how well he stacks up into the end game is the question. I mean, honestly, I like South. Good lord, do I think he's a bad main character for this game? Because his first reaction to everything is just, well, me and Micaiah could run away. I do kind of wish he had more going on for just him. I don't know if I want to take that gamble when you're right there. We can poke her right here, though. Oh, you move now. Thank you, Leonardo, for staying goated. Yeah, I kind of would have preferred if, like, Tormod maybe was an more important character in this game. Hi, yes, what the heck? What's going on here, guys? Why are you just showing up to hurt my poor Heron? You're not very good, but you scared me. I wonder if that placement's actually random, or set to be near one of your units, but if it's not, that's just coincidentally very funny. I actually have played Engage. I wasn't huge on it. I did like the DLC for it. Not the main DLC, but the one where you got the extra emblems, which were, I think, Camilla, Soth, and a few, or not those, Soren and a few others, but I can't really remember a lot about them. Oh yeah, I forgot there's the coin up here. Yeah, I actually really liked the fact that they did, like, just do a weird pick where your Jagan is a rogue. I think that's a fun idea. Shame he doesn't get to do much with the fact that he's a rogue, because he's either doing rogue things, or he's doing Jagan things, and then you have him go do the rogue things while the rest of your army holes up in a corner. Lunas. I would not have guessed that, but it makes sense. We will take and drop him here. You know, that makes sense with the general makeup of that word, that it's a Welsh word. I have the hardest time reading Welsh without my brain melting. Only attempted it a couple of times, but one of my buddies was big into it, and he showed me some Welsh writing. And he was like, "Man, this is real interesting." I'm like, "I don't even know how you're reading that." Feels like every word has a couple of extra letters, and I get very confused very quickly. I have a hard enough time reading English words. I think we can just send you back there for him. And Iron Grate. That should be pretty much enough for that. Do I care about the item you have? Oh, you drop it anyway. Perfect. Har is pretty much his usual self. Slow-ish for a tier 4 or tier 3, but incredibly powerful. Oh, that's cool to know. I didn't know Tarvos and Calidbolg were Welsh. I thought... Oh, no, that's right. Calidbolg comes from Arthurian mythology, which is all Welsh. Jill, by the way, cracked. I also called Har slow. He's got a 29 speed. He's only 1 point slower than Jill. But for once, Jill has a higher strength than him. Yeah, I guess they kind of do have that Arthurian flair to them. I wonder if that's why I like them so much. Oh, thank you for the share, by the way, Van Dork. I actually didn't know Lancelot's sword had a name. Which, in hindsight, kind of stupid of me, because it's Arthurian myth and they named everything. That's cool to know. And then Gawain obviously being Grail as a Dayan name. Do I have it? Yeah, we have a empty slot here. We can steal that pass. 11. What do you need to actually do to him? 36. So Edward's probably my best bet. Is that one off? Oh, one more in my favor. Nice. Rip Burton, you died the same way you do on almost every one of my playthroughs. A Thawny to the face. Ooh, great level up for Micaiah. I think she's getting close to not being... No, still pretty far off from not being weighed down by dark magic, but good. Order's Fang. We will... Yeah, I've been really lucky with my Micaiah. I have definitely had runs where this late into the game, she's still in like the 20-ish range for speed. That makes more sense. I'd like to get Snarky this one. Can you chip in? I also accidentally skipped his text without meaning to, but that's fine. He's lame. 29 speed, not bad. So she has capped speed. I also could have moved her better to give her a second turn. I actually really like the changes they made to the order. I like these moving spawns for the reinforcements. I think that's a fun change. And the bosses are real cool. 70... Yeah, that is one thing I'm always glad the new games have swapped up is not having story-based promotions. Because I think it's a neat idea, but it always comes way after you've reasonably gotten your unit to an actual point where they promote. Ooh, good level up. Already 30 resistance. That's insane. I forget just how good some of the late game pre-promotes are, because some of them are also just real bad. I personally like Three Houses a lot, but it's not one I'd recommend as like a Fire Emblem game. I'd say if you're a fan of games like Final Fantasy Tactics, it's very fun because you get a lot of unit customization options, but it doesn't really play like a Fire Emblem game is my major critique of it. I still enjoyed it quite a bit and found it very fun to play. Um, Building up units is a lot of fun. Yeah. Unit identity is kind of non-existent in Three Houses unless you're a spellcaster with a good spell list. Um, you can still have some fun with different build varieties, but generally, your units are going to kind of feel samey. I do think it's not as bad as Fates in terms of that, just because almost any class can be kind of made viable. Yeah, the stat and level caps are also ridiculous. I think the level cap is like in the 90s, and the stats cap so high. Granted, you almost never really need that. So if you're looking for a Fire Emblem game to play, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're just looking for a good strategy game, I think Three Houses does it very well. Yeah, I'm so eager for when they drop the next Fire Emblem game. I've been waiting. We'll let you take this one so we can kind of get Marcia some bonus experience, try and get some caps. Yeah, this mod also highly worth playing. Radiant Dawn Plus is so fun. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I'm hesitant to believe any rumors of remakes just because supposedly Genealogy of the Holy Wars had a remake coming every year since Gaiden got theirs. Skirmir the Goat. Howdy. I hope that some of the releases are remasters, whatever they're doing with them, is true because I think that'd be awesome. I would believe it, except they really went out of order for the remakes because they remade Shadow Dragon after this, and then the next game following that was the remake of FE3. So it's kind of like I feel like they just make remakes when they can, because then it was Awakening and Fates, and then Shadows of Valentia. The mod is Radiant Dawn Plus, by the way. Shadow Dragon was a lot of fun. It's a weird game, but it's a very fun game when you start picking up its weirdness. And now we get Whisper Soth. Ooh, Guardian Soth. That might be better. Yeah, he lost luck. But he gained a crop top. So now he has two. No, for the most part, it kind of rebalances a lot of units. It makes some better, some slightly worse. Like they did take away Har's cancel, so he isn't just, insanely broken from the start. He has to work a level or two for it. Re-adds in magic weapons, rebalances a lot of bosses, and a lot of basic units to kind of be tougher. Um, it's really fun across the board. One of the major changes I just got to see was this map added 2 new bosses.
By his old comrades,
Lagu's units are also way better.
Titania and Master Tactician Soren. Also with him are Nyla, Queen of Hatari, the Heron Prince Raphael.
Untransformed Lagus can actually fight.
Royal subject Ina.
Weapon Triangle is in. I don't know if it's in on hard mode, which is when Radiant Dawn disables it. Because I was scared to try that, honestly. And I'm not sure about new skills. I think they just added more of the skills into the game so you can actually play around with builds more freely. Good to know. I hate the sick part of me wants to try it just to see how terrifying it could be. Yeah, I hope when/if we get the eventual remaster, repackaging of these games, they put them together and they take the best of both, like having actual supports from Path of Radiance. Looking at you, Radiant Dawn. Oh, Jesus. Fully capped. That's brutal. And then this is the Master... Oh. Did they swap the Mist-only promotion item? Yeah, I remember Awakening Lunatic. I remember hating it the one time I played through it. Oh! Oh! Mist just got buff. I don't know if she can use it yet, but that's going in her kit. Good lord. Listen, I love Path of Radiance, but hey, has way too many enemies sometimes. You know, I don't think I've seen an Amy fan ever, but you love to see it. I think Amy is a very funny character. I also love the fact that Soren has none of her nonsense. Hey, thank you for the follow. Very kind of you, Jory. I like just going, yeah, nah. Yeah, no problem. I love yapping with people, especially other Fire Emblem fans. Some might call me a habitual yapper. Those people are just entirely correct. Alright. I could swap supports around, but do I super care? A little bit of extra damage for you two's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That is a hot take. I can kind of see your point. A lot of, unfortunately, a lot of Fire Emblem supports do get kind of generic. I'll stand on the ground that Path of Radiance had some of the best ones. Like, Jill Leth has no reason to go as hard as it does. But then for every Jill Leth, you get one of Oscar's supports that's just about food. The poor dude does not get much. But then you also get him and Kieran interacting, and that's just gold because it's got Kieran in it. Don't think I have a Master Crown for you, but we will check just to be safe. Love a man who loves this horse and is delusional enough to have a rivalry with a man who left years ago. It really does. This game, honestly, top tier characters across the board, and also Makalov is there. Yeah, recent Titania support is so underrated. I even underrate it. Yeah, they do kind of give the Kakashi my guy. I see the vision. I also just realized his tier 3 is named Casanova. You'll love to see it. You are still a Reaver. You are a Blade Maiden. Crit plus 25, Astra, so that's pretty much the same. You have Blossom pre-built in, so we can't add that to you. We might just leave Blossom for the third army. Yes, mostly just because they added back the magic weapon, so she can actually make use of her really good magic stat and use the Radiant Bow. I don't particularly need any of these. Arm Scroll would be neat, but Mist stays at A, which is unfortunate. Whoops. We have a high-ranking sword you can use. You can use the Duke's Blade for now. FE6, or sorry, FE6. My main advice is just, if you're having a problem, throw Richter at it. He can usually solve it. But in a slightly more serious tone, it's pretty similar to FE7, as long as you remember that axes are very rarely worth using because of their hit chances, but if they have good hit chances, good lord, can they tear through enemies. Hey, we love to see Titania love. She's great. Deke's not a bad idea either. Promoting Rutger is usually a pretty solid idea as early as you can, just because he's an absolute monster in the game for no real reason. But it's not a bad thing to promote him later, just because he can get more growth. Yes, sorry. This game mod is Radiant Dawn Plus. I picked it up off of Game Banana. It's very fun. Oh, loot. Okay. I was like, did I forget an entire character? Which would not be the first time it happened. Mostly, I believe it's a website for picking up mods. I don't know if it has other features, but that's my primary use for it. Yeah. Also, I don't know if this is fully true for everyone. The pre-promotes in FE6 are not great. Yeah, Lilina and Lu are both pretty good. I'm a fan of using your early units in FE6 personally, just because a lot of them are pretty reliable, and think um, I don't think a lot of the late game pre promotes you get are ideal. Yeah, early promoting is pretty good in FE6 just because um, everything's pretty reliably leveled, so it's never a bad idea to just or not. Sorry, everyone's pretty reliably statted, I should say. Sophia is a bad unit. If you want to use her, you can. It's not recommended. Yeah, I actually don't know that I'd recommend using the Pegasus Knights at all in FP6. I don't particularly find any of them that good. When the Wyvern Knights are really... Why did I take her out? I meant to take Sheenon out. I generally go with the old lady. I believe her name is Naimi or Naimi or something like that. That's mostly just because I like her more. I think the kid might be better. Yeah, Soren and Micaiah both get dark magic in this, which is pretty nice. I'm having a blast. I love Radiant Dawn. So we will take out that crossbowman. Yeah, I'll at the very least use Peleus for the two maps he's available for, because I like Peleus as a unit. Do I think he's a good unit? No, but I like using him. All right. Soren, you can go this way. Yeah, the fact that he comes in as a tier 2 and you have to promote him to get him to tier 3 is sad. Yeah, light magic is a nice change for him. It fixes a lot of his accuracy issues. And we will Galder. Yeah, Nyla, no question, best wolf. Volug has his uses, but Nyla is just fantastic. Could drop a blizzard on someone if we really wanted to, but I don't particularly see the need to. Yeah, Echidna's great. I love Echidna. I don't think she's one of the better units, but she's so fun to use. Not really, no. I mean, Ina, you have to force deploy, but Blood Tide would be worth it alone. And Boon can be helpful. Park you here. Park you here. And I keep forgetting to get him a better bow. Yeah, Skrymyr's fine. The problem is you don't get Skrymyr until part 4. And then by then you have two better tigers or better lions at higher levels coming in like a chapter or two. Ooh, Ina gets White Pool now? In FE6 or this game? Because my answer changes depending on the option. I don't know that I actually... I think I used Sue mostly for FE6. Yeah, I think Sue and Sin were my defaults just because I like mounted units. Ramit. I don't remember who you are. Oh, are you bowl cut guy? Oh, he one taps the sandbag now. Nice. Yeah, FE6, FE7, and FE8 snipers are just real bad, unfortunately. 6 and 7, I think, got it the worst, because I know 7, they only do 2 times damage. I don't remember if 6 does. Listen, Ina's experimenting with her look. She's getting used to it. She hasn't realized it's not great. She's only like 1,000 years old. She hasn't had time to decide on her haircut yet. Yeah, he can be decent. The problem is most of the GBA games are very enemy phase, and he can't really counterattack except from 2 range. So he gets 1 really good attack in per turn. Yeah, your bowl cut. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy killing you again. I generally go, I believe her name is Clarine, for the mounted healer, just because, again, I like mounted units. I am very biased. Let's do this from 2 range. I don't really think your healer matters a ton, just because, for the most part, as long as they can keep up with your best units, they'll do fine for most of the game. 17. And you... No, 1 down. Bam. I really like Three Houses. I think Three Houses is a very fun game. My thing with Three Houses is I don't really recommend it as a Fire Emblem game. I recommend it as a general strategy game. Got a torch. Ready the silver dagger, and you can wait there. And we'll try and force you to retreat. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about a lot of strategy games is just the fact that so many people can have so many different opinions on it. Alright, Boyd. Permadeath is optional in Three Houses. You can play on either classic mode, which has permadeath, or casual mode, which doesn't. Boyd the Void. That's a good one. Yeah, we'll just wait here. We're not particularly in danger. Void the Void is real good. I'm glad you're having fun watching Radiant Dawn, though. I think it's a really fun game. I'm hoping Nintendo lets more people enjoy it at some point. I also just remembered I have a longbow, so I can... Damn. Not a lot of them do, unfortunately, no. Some of them have branching paths that lead you to slightly different storylines. Like, FE8 and FE6 have different ways you can go to get to the same ending. But they very much don't have the route, or the, Lord-style route split like Three Houses does. Yeah, ROM hacks are great for if you want to find stuff like Three Houses with route splits. Oh, he actually hurt Gatry. Color me impressed. Sacred Echoes. Possibly. Which one is Sacred Echoes? Because I have played a lot of modded Fire Emblem, so I kind of lose track of names. The Guide and Deep. I did not play the Guide and Demake, no. I am kind of a certified Gaiden hater. I didn't even like the remake that Intelligent Systems made. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the map design for Valencia. That's fair. That's interesting though. I might look up a playthrough of it. I don't want to replay any of the Gaiden maps. Yeah, Rolf is surprisingly a beast. Heather, please don't die. You have Shade on. Alright, so there's a healer in that direction. Yeah, Rolf being the archer with the highest strength growth makes him so good. As much as it pains me to say it, Shinon is also really good. Even though I don't like him and I think he's stinky. Listen, I can excuse a lot of things. Being a fantasy racist isn't one of them. Well, rip that guy. He was dead 4 times over. Hey, buddy. You saying hi to stream Ferd? Yeah, Shinon getting provoked specifically just because he's racist. Incredible ludonarrative harmonance. Harmonance? Harmony? I sometimes say words that I forget. That's the goal with Ike. I need him. Because if he can't take on the Black Knight, we're going to have a problem. Yeah, Shinon is the CEO of racism alongside every single person in Dayan. And half of Begnion. This game really said, what if 2 of the countries just sucked? Oh, thank you for the roses, damn. Oh, I missed some gifts. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. They didn't pop up for me. Thank you for the dolphins as well, and the more roses. Soren is a complicated issue because, listen, I hate saying it, but he has a semi-valid reason to hate almost everyone. Because everyone was awful to Soren growing up, but good lord does he take it too far. He really does. Soren's backstory is a masterclass of Tellius storytelling, in my opinion. It covers everything about the lore of this game, and I love it for that. Yeah, hashtag blame Sephiroth. Let's get that. Any chance you can take him out? Yes. Oh, I should be using the Sonic Sword. It'll raise her weapon rank more. Yeah, Deginsia doesn't get a pass either. Yeah, Soren is probably the best written character in Tellius, which is saying a lot. Because Tellius has some well-written characters. Pop you there, and wait for those reinforcements to pop up. 81. Any chance you can take him out in 2? Not especially. Now, if he doesn't crit or proc Colossus, which are two things Boyd really likes to do. Alright, Strength and Resistance. That's a very Boyd level up. Yeah, the Sora and Ike relationship is peak. There is no straight answer for the way Soren feels, and Ike is the same. He just doesn't know how to emote anything. We got the Saint. Honestly, kind of the same. I have certain skills that I'll use pretty much right when I get them, and then the rest will be sitting in my inventory until I get to endgame and remember, oh yeah, I haven't given anyone those. So that's not ideal. Can you take this guy out? No. No, you cannot. Can you? Alright. Yeah, I honestly want him to get to double S rank swords, because I think there's a couple worth using, and you can just give him a hand axe and another axe on the next map, and he will walk through the enemies. Yeah, Wrath Resolve stacking in this game is so good. It's not as good as if you could get it in Path of Radiance on Ike, just because he's a monster. That is true. The hammer weakness has unfortunately been removed. This seems like a good time to just rescue you, just on the off chance there's a flyer in the darkness. But if I remember right, A rank axes already lets him use hammers. Alright, Gatry, don't die. Gatry, you're not filling me with confidence. Yeah, he does look great with the axe. I love that he adopts Grail's fighting style. Alright, Gatry lived. That's good. Now to deal with these terrifying dark mages. La Rochelle is best girl. Canonical best girl. Am I biased? Yes. Is that a problem? No. We get a Titania level up. Pretty good. And then Soup Ladle, and the soldier has disappeared. Alright, run down and get a heal on Gatry. Part 2 endgame is so much fun. I love Valencia's Gambit. I feel like it says a lot about a chapter when you can remember the name of it specifically. That's how good of a chapter it is. 12... 28. I think that's one shy, unfortunately. Well, there's always the answer to every problem, which is apply Ragnall to face. I mean, there's a couple of issues with La Rochelle, like the fact that she comes in so low level. But yeah. Bishops and Sacred Stone are real good. Because, you know, when you have a blanket super effectiveness on a third of the enemies in the endgame. Yes, this is not too long after the Micaiah fight. Because this is endgame. Sorry, part 4, chapter 2. So right after all the armies fight, and we get to divvy our units up. Listen, if they didn't want me to use the Tower of Volney, they shouldn't have made Ewan the only good Dark Mage in the game. In my Path of Radiance playthrough, I believe I got Nasir. Not through totally legit means, because I took like 2 or 3 times to do it, but... yeah. I would like using Ina more if Nasir just wasn't kind of better in every regard. And that doesn't change in this game. I do think the pool skills make it a lot closer, though. But White Pool is just so good when it boosts... I believe it boosts your defense and resistance. If I remember correctly. Magic and resistance. Even better. Because if I remember right, that's pretty reliably a good way to get a lot of your mages to the point where they can either one-shot or at least one-round a lot of the sprites and mage enemies in the late game. Magic and... ooh. I have an underrating White Pool if it's speed. I mean, an easy way for me to check would be to go check the reverse recruitment for Danny Doyle, but you didn't hear that from me. It's real fun. Danny Doyle's content is so good. Oh, is it strength and skill? Jesus Christ. I underrate the pool skills too much. Alright, heal you. I feel like it says a lot that the defense resistance one is my least favorite. Alright, Gatcha, can we dodge? I know that was an okay hit rate, but like, buddy. Yeah, the pool skills don't help Kurth much because he doesn't benefit from the one he needs the most, which is defense. Yeah, brave weapons when you can get the blood pool active is so good. Brave weapons and what is it? The siege tomes I think are both real good with those active. When most of the time the issue with siege tomes is you're slightly under what you need, but with that boost, oof, you get to hit those magic one-round numbers. All right, switching over to this side. You can get to Reese, so we are moving back. Honestly, it might be this game for my pick for which game likes brave weapons most. Because this game is very kind with the brave weapons. Alright, dodge the mage. Thank you. Yeah, they're pretty reasonably weighted in this one. I remember liking Engage's brave weapons, but more often than not, I was getting one rounds with stuff like the Wo Dao and other just really good weapons. I believe I might have Dauntlong Gatry. Yeah, that's a fair listing. I personally put Shadow Dragon over Engage because I liked Shadow Dragon's story more, but in terms of gameplay, Engage is one of the best in the franchise, so. You do really have to forge and Engage for value. I'm sorry, ma'am. You just got hit with Titania's counter. That's your response, or that's what you get for attacking Titania. A skill I always forget she has, just because of how rarely it goes off. That's true. Engaging with Erica is kind of great. Fun fact, I don't bless a fire tome. I will have typically 2 lightning tomes, or if I'm feeling spicy, Soren gets his wind tome. Because if I remember correctly, there are no enemies that are weak to anything but lightning in the last 3 chapters after you get the buff. Yeah, wind is great for hit rate. So I'll usually typically trade the wind tome, and pretty much bolting is my other tome. Based on where I want the mages to be. So Soren usually has the wind tome on him, so that he has reliable hit rates and can deal with actually countering potential spirits in the late game. And usually my second mage, or Sanaki, will, if I didn't bring a second mage, will just be sitting in the back firing boltings. Yeah, blessing every siege tome, also not a bad option. Good lord, Ike. I would ask you to chill, but you kind of need these. Yeah. Honestly, as long as you're having fun with it, I don't think there's a bad answer to what to bless in endgame. 21... just shy. Alright, let's use Floret. Ike really does have no chill. Ooh. Okay, there might be one wrong answer. Who wound up getting that torch? Or did I put it? I put it in the convoy, didn't I? Alright, I've changed my mind. There are correct answers, and none of those are slim weapons or bronze weapons. Alright, Gatry, pop off. Alright. Strength, speed. All good. I could burn a blizzard, but I don't particularly need it at the moment. You can heal Ike. We'll just take care of this healer. And then Nayla can absolutely body this man. Yeah, it turns out Gatry, not a fan of churches. He's just happy to be here because he gets to beat up priests. And just in case, have your light on. Honestly, same. I have been put to sleep more times than I care to admit on the Oliver map. Listen, especially in this world, churches have never done anything good for anyone. Their god is quite literally trying to kill them. You know, Ike, I respect letting him hit you just to hit him back with the ether. That's a level of disrespect I can respect. Oscar. Can't double him, surprisingly. Or the Venom Bow is far heavier than I think. But I'm pretty sure it's just that Oscar can't double. That, however, will be pretty funny to hit with a Venom Bow. 27 damage with one of the weakest bows in the game. Oh, I love 3 times effectiveness. Arc Fire and L Fire, minorly concerning. Good lord, Reese. Yeah, I miss light magic a lot, honestly. I always liked the double magic triangle of the Anima, Thunder, Fire, and Light, Dark, and Anima. I'm sad we don't really have that anymore. Especially since there's a lot of interesting design space you could do with it. Intelligent systems. Just saying. Give Ike his support bonuses. As a certified dark magic enjoyer since FE6, because I didn't play 4 or 5, and I didn't play any of the other games with dark magic in it before that, so can very much say dark magic's fun. It's the axes of magic, and I love axes, so. We could have him slide over to help, but I don't think he's super needed. I'm honestly shocked he still went for Rolf. I was fully expecting to try and go for the effective damage on Nyla. Nyla. I'm gonna be honest, having never finished a playthrough of 4, I don't see why people like it that much, because playing the game is not fun. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. I think I might just send Heather back to go get him. Oh, I wonder if Rolf can still one-round the boss here with a crossbow. They probably gave her Nullify if I had to guess, but it'd be funny if they did. In his defense, the only reason he didn't get more level ups is because he's capped everything. Oh, they brought this guy back. Oh, and he's terrifying. Vantage, Fortune, Discipline, Celerity. Jesus Christ. Capped magic? Capped skill, capped speed. Oh, I gotta bring Heather back. Alright, Titania, you're the one going back to fight that Dark Mage. Oh, you already capped strength. Damn. I want that spirit dust. Honestly, everything over here is kind of impressive. Soup Ladle can't drop him, but we can make it so I only have to worry about one person hit from this turn. Strength, luck, defense, not bad. I don't know if I can steal Vantage. Yeah, he doesn't have a Vantage scroll. He just has Vantage for himself, unfortunately. Like, what can you do against Crossbowman here? 1 point shy of dropping him. Unfortunate. And he has Tusks and a Killer. Tosh. That is true. Throwing a horse with 35 strength still will do some damage. If I remember right, Dark doesn't give attack. Probably could have checked, but I was honestly concerned of putting Soren that close. Yeah, one of my blizzards broke. It's fine. Order's Claw. +2 defense, +2 resistance. Ooh, that's a spooky combo. Wrath, Cancel, Imbue, and Big Shield. So you're not even guaranteed to hurt her. And 35 speed. But, oh, one away. Can we do it this way, though? There we go. Solid level up. Just to be as safe as humanly possible. Thank you, Raphael, for being one of the only people Soren can shove. We'll give you Elwind. Give you the Sonic Sword, and pray for mercy. Okay, he went with a 3-range tome. That's good. That means he doesn't have his best one equipped. I'm going to have to ask you politely not to murder Ina. Alright, let's do Steel Bow. Oh yeah, I very much can easily solo this map. I actually think having him solo the next map is a little better. Just because this one's kind of a pain in the butt. Strength, skill, defense. Alright, pretty good. We will use you for a physic on Oscar. Bring him around to make use of him next turn. And I think... Oh, why did I do that? Let's see, you have 27 speed, you have 29, so you don't double. That'll hurt, but it should be survivable. Yeah. was like, oh, I'll put Gatry next to Ike so that he can get in good next turn. And then I realized, oh, right, there's a Dark Mage right there who's really scary. Ooh, good Soren level up. I could do something potentially really funny, though, and go for a Glare. I doubt it'll work, but... Because you can still steal from glared creatures, I believe, right? Ah, hit rate 0. Unfortunate. Let's see if maybe putting her in range and giving him a hand axe will give him enough targets that he'll decide Gatry's not worth nuking. Okay, he still went for Ike. He went for Soren, but I'll be shocked if he can even damage Soren. Alright, good. He went for Tete. Thank you, Enemy Eye, for not going for the dragon. Joke's on you, buddy. She can do this all day. She regains more hit points than you deal. Actually, how far can you reach? There. So, hit and run. Oh, that's right. I was about to ask how he's doubling him, and then I remembered Arc Thunder is insanely heavy. I believe it was here. Yes. Move you there, and you here. And then we can do a heal with Mist, because you'll be the one able to move best afterwards. And we get the 4-way dance. Just to be sure. You don't have anything with it? Yeah, no. So we can steal, Spirit Dust. Very nice. Oscar can take this guy out. Yeah, herons are so good. They made me think other dancers weren't that good for a very long time. I mean, if it hits, we just win this one. Ah, big shield. Alright, we actually gotta try. $25. Ooh, terrible hit rates. Because Ike is at worst pyro, then that'd be why. Boyd can get this. Hi, Gord. Gord's Claw can get popped in the convoy. You can take this guy out. And then you can probably take this guy out. Yeah, one shy. Oh, but Soul. Thank you, Mist. Oh, almost a perfect level up from that. That's beautiful. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Gord just got home, who is my partner, and our dog Ferd absolutely adores them. So I just heard him go zooming across the floor above me. Yeah, I feel like it says a lot that Engage gives you one turn of a four-way dance, and Radiant Dawn was like, "What if we gave you a herd that can do it forever?" Also, thank you for the follow, Jose Juarez. Yes, I am bi. My partner typically uses she, they pronouns. Kind of, I think they currently lean more towards they for the most part. But also very much an LGBT friendly space either way, because bigots suck. Yeah, I feel like that they're finally really starting to dig into that um, in the games as well, with actual interesting male on male, female on female romances. Hopefully, they get to do a little more in depth in future games, because I actually did not dig too deep into the engaged romances, if I'm being fully honest. But I wasn't a fan of the male romance options that were available to be gay in Three Houses. But also the Fire Emblem community in general, pretty awesome about not being awful when it comes to LGBT stuff, which such a welcome thing to come into. Because good lord, there are some bad ones out there. Some fandoms are just the worst. Yeah. A lot of the romances with Byleth are concerning. I like the fact that you can romance Manuela, who is, I think, one of the only people super close to your age. And Shamir and Catherine, I think, are close. That would be my best guess for the three closest. As far as the fourth, it might be Gilbert, which is distressing. But I've been going for a little over 2 hours now. Gord is home, and I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know when the next time I stream is gonna be, but I'll either announce it on my TikTok or in my Discord, which I just posted the link to in my chat, and I got it linked on my Red app, which is also linked in on the description of my stuff. I usually post the VODs for it the day after. I will try and get the one out for this one, but hopefully that'll work out all right. Normally I would be doing it while I'm doing chores, but I gotta go to work tomorrow, so we'll see. Thank y'all for stopping in and having fun. I had a blast. I'm looking forward to seeing what Chapter 2 brings us, and seeing the absolute terror that's going to be Senator Valtome, however you say his name. I look forward to beating him up. But I hope you all have a good night.